Yo, what's going on, family? How you guys doing? This is Trayvon Jones Conscious Talk channel, Trayvon Jones Conscious Talk channel, where we talk about real shit in the Black community. Um, Before we go any further, I just wanted to talk to you all about should Black people, Americans, support Africa? We have a big thing now where you having a lot of quote unquote American people who are going back to Africa. You have a lot of African people who are calling on American Black people to quote unquote return to the motherland. And I just want to know what your comments and your thoughts are. So if you guys can go in the comments section to tell me what you guys think about that. Should we return to Africa? Should we be a part of African civilization after we've been thrown away? This is the thing that I want to talk about, and in this particular video. But before we get started, I need you guys to press that subscribe button, press that like button, and make sure you press that blue bell, so that way you can get notifications whenever I make a new video. So make sure you thumbs up and make sure you press the subscribe button. Very important. I'm trying to build up my subscribers, trying to build up my commentary. I'm trying to build up my community. So if you can help me with that, that'll be greatly appreciated. But again, family, I just wanted to talk to you guys about American Black people and just how Africa has opened up this way for us now to become citizens of Africa now. You know, that's a very, very difficult thing for me to talk about and to deal with. And the reason why I say that is because a while back ago I made a video of how you had a lot of Africans who were apologizing to the American Blacks for slavery, their part in our slavery. You have a lot of African people who are now apologizing to us because they helped to sell us into slavery. They were able to get alcohol, they were able to get guns, they were able to get all types of gifts just for selling us to the European to for us to be slaves. Okay, now, my thing with that is it's a touchy thing because I do believe that we should be forgiving because we do have people, our people that are in Africa. Not all Africans are our people. That's one thing that I want you guys to understand, that these are Hamites and they are not all our people. Okay, just because we all have brown and black skin does not mean that we are all related and that we are all the same people. Now, we do have a large number of our people who are Israelites that are in Africa, and they're classified as Africans, just like we live in America and we're classified as Black or African American, but we are indeed Israelites. Okay, so we do have a large percentage of our people that are there, but then you also have a large percentage of Hamites, people that are not our Africans, that are not our people, who helped to put us into slavery. They helped to drag us into slavery and for us to be mistreated, because just to give you a short description of what happened to us in the past. We were sold into slavery. We were sold into slavery because we imposed on Africans land. It's just like in the Bible when you had Joseph and Mary who were giving birth to Jesus Christ, and they had to go into Egypt to get away from the king at the time, who wanted to kill all young males under the age of 2 years of age. We had They had to go into Africa, which is Egypt, um, to flee the king, because he wanted to kill all the little boys under 2 years of age because he was afraid that the Messiah was going to rise. You know, so think about that for a minute. If Mary and Joseph had to go flee into Egypt to be amongst other dark skinned people, that means Mary and Joseph were Black, huh? Because they were able to fit in with these people. They were able to fit in with them. They were able to go and be with these people in Egypt. just to get away. And the angel said, "Listen, I will give you guys notice when it's okay. When this king is dead, then I'll give you guys notice so you guys can come back home. But in the meantime, you have to stay here. You know, you have to stay." But when you are a different group of people and you're living on someone else's land, you have to understand that bothers people. That bothered these Africans were bothered that we were living on their land and that we brought our own culture with us. We didn't adapt to their culture. We had our own culture. We did our own thing. We had our own laws and things that we did. We our own dress, our own food that we ate, our own way of thinking. And you had African people who were eating us, who were putting curses on us and eating our hearts and killing us, drinking our blood, and they were doing all type of sick, sadistic shit to us. They would capture us and they would even make us slaves within their tribes. They would do those type of things because they were angry with us because we just came in their land, doing our own thing and not conforming and not wanting to be with them. We were separate from these people and they had a problem with that. So they got together with the European people for guns, for alcohol, and for all kind of other little trinkets that they can possibly get their hands on to sell us into slavery. You know, and they were able to just get rid of us because they didn't like us. They didn't want us in their land. So they sold us and got rid of us. Okay? So when we have this type of thing going on, and then you have to bring it back to today day and time, now you have these same African people who are the descendants of the people that sold us into slavery saying, "Hey, we apologize to you, your people for that. We apologize, and uh, we want you to accept our apology." I'm all for that. I'm all for accepting apologies, but let's not be fooled, family. We're making quick decisions on trying to go back to Africa because you have to think about it. You have a lot of African people now who are getting rid of the European people. They are getting rid of them and driving the European people off their land. Now, these European people, they were making money. They own their own, they had their own things going on these lands. So they were making money. Okay. And they were paying their taxes or whatever it is that they needed to do. But European people are so damn disrespectful to those African people. How are you going to be in Africa treating African people like dog shit? I don't think so. And it's a high time that these African people are finally standing up and saying, no, 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 no. You're not going to be treating us like this in our own land. But those European people were, they were paying their bills and they were doing what they needed to do. But the African people are sick of them and getting rid of them. But you think that they don't need to make up that money, that loss? They're sick of these European people, but at the same time, they want to replace. They want to make sure that they can have other people to come in and do what those European people were doing, but just in a nicer way. So now they're asking us to come back home so we can have dual citizenship. But I'm just not so quick to want to do that, family, because although they apologized and they're doing the right thing, they're kicking European people out of their land who have mistreated us. We shouldn't be so quick to just want to just go back and give these people our money and to help build up their society when they left us. They abandoned us. Granted, it was their ancestors that did it, but they abandoned us. And now we're talking about the whole reparation things for African Americans, American blacks getting reparations for the slavery. Now you have some African people who think they should be rewarded reparations also for the atrocities of slavery that happened to us. Now these motherfuckers must be out of their goddamn minds. First of all, you don't get no goddamn reparation when your ass ain't did shit. You helped to sell us into slavery. Your family helped to sell us into fucking slavery. Why the fuck would we want to give you any motherfucking reparations? You don't get no reparation. Are you crazy? Your people didn't build up America like we did. We built America up to what it is now for all these other foreigners to come in, stepping on our goddamn toes, to be able to push their noses up at us and act like they're better than American blacks, when American black people are the ones that built this whole entire America. No other group built America up the way that it is for other groups of people to come stepping on our damn toes today. So why would an African want reparations for something that they didn't do? If your ancestors did not have to die in this damn country, if your ancestors didn't sweat and tear and get raped, our children being raped, our boys being raped, our girls being raped, our babies being raped, our old women being raped and murdered, our men being hung, raped, murdered, killed in this country called America, you have no right to receive any type of reparations for any goddamn thing. You don't get no damn reparations. You don't get no reparations for nothing. So to have African people thinking that they are supposed to benefit from our slavery that we had to endure in America, no way. I'm not for that. And I'm sorry, the way a lot of African people treat American black people, it's ridiculous. And I can't understand for the life of me how a lot of our black women, American women, they just flock around these African men because these African men want their women to be a certain kind of way. And they do not want their women flocking around American black men and treating American black men like they're gods. They want to be, African want to be treated like they're gods and want our women to treat them like that. But when it's time for our women to treat us with respect, they don't like that at all. They do not like that at all. And their goal is to make our women disrespect us. They help in the role of our women being disrespectful to us. And it just amazes me, how this group of people can, and how we as black people, we just want to have somewhere to fit in because we don't know where the hell we fit in. We don't know who we are has been stripped from us totally in America. We have been stripped of who the hell we are, and all these type of things. And we have to come back to who the hell we are as people, as a group of people. And no, I cannot support African people that want to degrade our women, who want to just sleep with our women and treat our women like whores, sluts, and bitches. Although a lot of our women, they put themselves in that light, the way they dress, the way they talk, the way they treat their men, the way they want to be babies' mamas, and things like that. So cultures see these type of things. So they just totally disrespect our women. And we as black men, we allow it. We just allow it. But then our women are not with us a lot of times. So we just don't know how to be for our women. And it's a shame. It's a shame. So no, I'm not for trying to give my money to Africa right now. That's not something that I want to do. What I want is for Africa to prove themselves to us and show us that we're welcomed, show us that we're needed, and that they won't never do no shit like this ever again, selling us and it's getting rid of us. Because the way African people treat American blacks is terrible. They'll call you a kata in a minute, which means cotton picker. I can't tell you how many times I didn't heard of some fucking African call me an akata. And that's when I got to go all the way in on you motherfuckers. It's like, who the fuck do you think you talking to, you ass scratching, dusty motherfucker, you? You know what I'm saying? Let's not get it fucking twisted. You can't get your ass kicked. Don't even motherfucking get it twisted because for some reason, you got motherfuckers that's always, well, if you don't like it in America, go back to Africa. Never was in Africa. Wasn't born in Africa. Spent many generations in America. As a matter of fact, my people were here before the European people were here in America. How about that one? See, the problem with black people is that we don't even know who the hell we are. They changed our nationality up so goddamn much. We've been colored. We've been Native American. We've been Indian. We've been Negro. We've been black. Nigger, we've been everything you can think of now, we're called African Americans. See, family, I like to listen to the history that comes from my family. I don't want a watered down version from some European person or from American books telling me who the hell I am and where the hell I came from when I know damn well that's not true. Now, when I listen to my ancestors and when I listen to my older generation of my uncles, my great uncles and cousins and family members they tell me that we're Indians. We're the so-called Native American people. We are the original people of America. Before this place was called America, we were here already. Before the Europeans came over here, the Pilgrims came over here poisoning us and bringing us Thanksgiving and that whole massacre thing that they did to us. Before all that happened, we were already here living, with our ancestors, living off the fruit of the land. We were here already. We are the Native Americans. So to say that we're Africans and that we need to go back to Africa and we need to embrace Africa, yes, I do think that we all originally came from Africa. We originally came from Africa, but somewhere along the lines, a tribe of us broke off from all the other tribes, the 12 tribes of Israel, and we all came to this place that is now called America. And we were here for thousands of years before the white man came. And there were other explorers that came into us, came and saw what was going on with us. It wasn't recorded, you know, it wasn't recorded, but there were other people that came, into us and things like that. But we are already here. We have things that our ancestors have left behind to show who we were, the things that we did, the food that we ate, the language that we spoke, all these type of things, which was Hebrew, by the way. Our native language is Hebrew, family, by the way. But Native American people, so-called Indians, the indigenous people of this land, ancient people of this land, we spoke Hebrew. That's what our language was. So we did come from the 12 tribes, but we broke ourselves off and we came to this place, what is known as America now. And we were here already. So to say that we just, that we have to go back to the motherland and, which Africa is not the motherland. That is not our original homeland, family. Let's get that straight. That is not our original homeland. Our original homeland is not Africa, family. And I need you guys to really, really understand that. Our original homeland is Israel because we are the Israelites. That's our original homeland. That's where we from. And that's the motherland. That's the original motherland, Israel. Now, we can't go to Israel right now because heathens are there. And people who say that they are the Jews and things like that are in our land occupying it. And they'll never have peace there because they're not supposed to be there. So they'll never have peace in that land. And that's all biblical, prophecy that's just, being fulfilled right now. And we have to understand that, family. We have to just really, really understand that. But to be able to just say that we are going to just drop everything that we know and just move to Africa, we got to rethink that. Because what is the motive behind that? What is the hidden agenda behind that? Because it's not enough just to say, I apologize to my brothers and sisters of America. I apologize to you guys for you guys being mistreated and being sold into slavery. That's not enough to just say that. We need action. We need to see that you guys are really sincere on how you feel. We need to see that you guys are serious about how what you guys are presenting to us. We need to know that you are sincere. And just apologizing alone is not enough sincerity for family. And unfortunately, you got a lot of women, that are moving back there, are getting dual citizenship, and men, but more so I'm seeing a lot of women that are just really jumping on board with this whole going back to Africa thing, with this dual citizenship. But I'll be damned if you got motherfucking Africans sitting up here acting like they're supposed to get some kind of reparations for the shit our ancestors went through. We're the ones that went through the raping, the murdering, the hangings. That's the shit we're still going through to this day. Now, you have your oppressors in Africa that you guys are dealing with. I'm all for standing with Africans. I'm all for it because anytime the European is in the way or any other group of people, Arabs or whoever else that's kidnapping our people and putting them into slavery and dogging our people out, I'm all for stopping that shit. I'm all for knocking that shit off and stopping that bullshit at a head. You know what I'm saying? But we can't just forget about what African people did to us. We can't forget that. We cannot forget that because only an enemy will sell people into slavery. Only an enemy would do that. That's not a loved one that will sell their people into slavery. They wouldn't do that. Only an enemy would do something like that. So that's what I need you guys to understand. These people are not our friends, and they are our enemies. And I can't tell you the disrespect that I get for so many African people, even on the job. It is just, it's to the point where it's like, do we need to have a conversation outside of after work? Do we have to have a conversation when you clock out at this? You know what time you clock out? Do we need to have a conversation? Because that disrespectful shit, we got to knock that shit off. But when we got American women and American people getting on board with being disrespectful to their own for some African, because they want to follow this Pan-Africanism and they want to get on board with the African situation, no respect for that. No respect for that at all. Now, I'm all for unity. I'm all for Black people being one, but that means being one even against African people when it's all said and done, because they are not our people and they don't care about us either. If anything, their agenda is to try to get us to be like them or to get us to serve them, to benefit them in some kind of way. And I'm not for that at all, family. I'm not for that at all. Before we go any further, I need you guys to like, share, and subscribe. Press that thumbs up. Make sure you guys press that subscribe button so that way I can benefit from that, because I am trying to build up my subscribers. By the end of the year, I would like to at least have 1,000 subscribers, family. If you can help me with that, that is would be wonderful. That'd be great if you can help me with that. So make sure you guys press that thumbs up. So when you press that thumbs up, that attracts other people to my station. When you press the subscribe button, that helps me out. So make sure you go ahead and do that. So we can continue to have these conversations. This is, to me, these are very important dialogues. These are very important conversations that need to be had daily. So we need to be able to continue to have these conversations. And that's why I respect a lot of channels, who are, doing what I'm doing, that are talking about Black lives, talking about the Black community, talking about the things that we can do to help benefit ourselves, and just to start a conversation, just to be able to, to get you to think, to not be so closed-minded, and to be able to have your eyes open to see what's happening to us as a people, and to be able to see what is going on around us. This is very important, family, that we stay on code and that we know who our enemies are, not to try to start a race war or to cause problems. We should get along with everybody. It's our jobs as Israelite people and as Black people in America, and period, as a whole, it's our job to get along with people, to be able to live and let people be. That is our job. We are not supposed to be starting problems with other people and causing, fights and problems and things like that. But at the same time, we are supposed to be aware of our surroundings. We're supposed to be aware of who our enemies are. We are supposed to be aware of the nature of what's going on around us right now, and we have to stay on code. It's very important. Unity is key. Cannot stress that enough. We have to have unity, family, in order to be able to survive these attacks that are constantly coming upon us. We have to start opening more businesses in our neighborhoods. We have to start opening these schools. Homeschooling is an option. You have these churches out here that, during the week, they're not open. They're open on Saturdays and Sundays, and maybe one day here and there for a couple of hours because they have Bible study or they have, choir rehearsal or something like that. But other than that, these churches can be used as stations for teaching our children, for teaching not only our children, but teaching adults, teaching our people who are getting out of prison, who are having problem with reading, having problems with math, or whatever it is that they need help with, we have teachers in our communities that could help, that can volunteer time at these churches to be able to help our communities. And when I say help our communities, I mean individuals in that particular community that can go to the church in their community. I'm not saying for you to be all over the damn community. No, you just focus on your community. And if we can get groups of people to do that, we will be better off, because then we'll be able to open up schools for our children. Because right now, the state that it's in, I would never want to send my children to any of these regular schools where you got white women teaching our damn children, and they're not teaching our children properly or correctly. They're teaching our children to dumb them down. Our children don't even know how to tell time anymore. They have to use a watch that actually shows you the numbers. They can't tell time on a regular clock anymore. When I was growing up, in the first, second grade, I learned how to tell time. I didn't need a digital clock. I didn't need a digital clock. We learned how to tell time the old school way. But what I'm finding, these kids today don't even know how to tell time. These kids today don't even know how to write in cursive. That's pathetic. Our children are just getting dumber and dumber. And we as parents, we just don't see the value in actually teaching our children. We just send them off to school and just let, these foreigners teach our damn children. That's the first mistake. How are you going to send your children to the enemy and think that your enemy is going to teach your children correctly? Because I live in a Black community. I live in a quote unquote urban community, a Black community. Okay. But what I notice is in the morning time, Monday through Friday, when I'm seeing little children going to school, I'm seeing the Black and Latino children going to school. I'm seeing all kind of white teachers. Now, these teachers don't live in our neighborhoods yet. I mean, they're moving in slowly but surely. You know what I mean? But they don't normally live here. Why are they working over here? Why are they driving from their areas where they live to come over here to teach our children? Why is that? Don't you have schools where you live that's closer to you that you can work? Or surrounding areas that are closer to you that you can work? You drive all the way to Los Angeles to come teach our children? That got to make you think, family. I know that makes me think. That makes me think, no, that seems kind of fucking suspicious to me. Why the fuck is your white ass over here trying to teach our damn children? That don't make no goddamn sense to me. Makes absolutely no sense to me at all. We got to get out of that way of thinking. We got to get out of that damn way of thinking, because not only are we sending our children to death traps, we're sending our children to be basically dumbed down. It's a prison. It's a school to prison pipeline that we are indoctrinating our children into. Before you know it, they're going to be either in prison or dead. And if they do happen to make it, they're going to be wage slave earners for the rest of their damn lives, or some fucking counter recipients. We don't teach our children business sense. We don't teach our children, hey, maybe you need to start buying up a lot of these properties. Because what I'm noticing is a lot of Asian people are buying up American properties. They're buying all these homes. They're buying all these apartment complexes. They're owning all the businesses in Black communities. They're owning the liquor stores. They're owning pretty much everything. A lot of Asian people are buying up a lot of shit in our communities, and we don't even see it. Our eyes are blind to it. We don't even see that this shit is happening. We need to wake up, family. We need to wake up, because this shit is real. This shit is really, really happening to us right now. And they control every damn thing, because the people that own everything are the ones that control everything. But we're the ones spending the money. They're getting all this money off of us, but we do not know how to benefit ourselves. We give our money to every other group instead of our own. When are we going to get out of that mentality, family? When are we going to get out of that way of thinking? You have a lot of African people that come over here that, are owning businesses. and stepping on us with these fucked up attitudes, having terrible attitudes towards American blacks, talking to us crazy, treating us like crap. And I will go off on an African motherfucker in a minute because I have no respect for anybody that don't have respect for me. Now, I am all for being respectful to anyone, any group of people who is respectful to me. But what I notice is that a lot of these other groups of people are very disrespectful. They'll look at you crazy. They'll immediately put you in a category even before you even open up your mouth. They will automatically assume that you're a lowlife. And then when they see, oh, this person is not a lowlife, they're actually, a good person. They work every day, they handle their business, they do what they need to do. They're a good person. Then they want to change the attitude. And then I can't tell you how, some of these motherfuckers be trying to hit on you and trying to talk to you after they come off at you fucked up. Usually it's the other way around. Usually people are nice to you first, and then if you do something that's shitty towards them, then they, will be fucked up towards you. No. A lot of these other cultures, they'll be shitty towards you first, and then when you show, oh well, I'm a decent person, then their whole attitude and demeanor wants to change, and then before you know it, they get hot and horny and want to start sleeping with you. But first impressions are always the lasting impressions, for me anyway. Now I can be nice to you, I can still be nice to you, but if you think for 1 minute that you just turned me the fuck on, you got another motherfucking thing coming. As a matter of fact, I think you're disgusting. And if I told you what I really felt about you, you really wouldn't like me. Now I know how to be nice to any and everybody, but I kind of feel the same way about you that you feel about me. If you just want to know the truth about it, I don't like you either. I don't like you either, and I wish your ass to go home. How about that? Since you want to know the motherfucking truth, I wish you would take your ass back to where the fuck you came from. Because you're coming over here thinking you're gonna treat me like crap. No, I can go the fuck off on you. We can go off on each other. You know what I'm saying? We can have a conversation. It's just that simple. But we need to get out of this thinking that we need to motherfucking conform to everybody else and thinking that we need to go back to Africa. No, Africa is not our answer. And it is not time. When the Most High says that it's time for us to go back to Israel, then we can. Because if you step foot on Israel right now, family, you will get blown the fuck up. And as a matter of fact, you're going to get racially discriminated against, possibly killed. You know what I mean? You're going to be tortured. If you go to Israel right now thinking this is my homeland. No. Those converts that are there now and those fake ass people that are acting like they're Israelites, they're not. They don't like you because they know that you are them, who they're trying to be. They know that you are who they're trying to be. You're the chosen. Us black people, quote unquote, African American people, are the chosen seed. We come from Jacob, baby. We are the chosen seed. Whether you want to believe that or not, that's up to you, whatever, it is what it is. But it just makes you think on why we're hated so much in America and in society, period. Why people hate us so much. Everybody want to take our culture. Everybody want to be like us. Everybody want to lighten us up, by mating with us and mixing with us and making all these third and fourth races and shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to do that, but nobody actually wants to actually like us. They want to take from us, but they don't want to be us because they hate us. They're jealous of us and hate us. And we got to get out of this family. You know what I mean? Thinking that we can just go to Africa and everything is going to be good. They're getting rid of those white people for a reason, and rightfully so, because those white people, how the fuck are you going to be in Africa, on their land, treating African people like crap? What the fuck kind of shit is that? But that's the nature of these people. I'm sorry, white people, that is their nature. They're naturally evil. That is who they are as a people. They're evil. They are a group of people that were created and made to be destructive. They are the only group of people that are as destructive. I mean, have poison the water, poison the air, poison people, trying to depopulate because they're depopulating at a rapid rate. White people are dying at a rapid rate and they want all the rest of us to join them in it. You think that white people are going to leave this earth without kicking and screaming? They're going to take as many, Satan's going to take as many people to hell with him as he possibly can. That's the nature of the beast, family. So we have to really just say, you know what, Africa, I forgive you. We forgive you. But as far as reparations, you get no fucking reparations. Y'all can kiss my motherfucking ass with the reparation thing. And we all need to feel that way. No reparations because your ancestors didn't do a goddamn thing, but took alcohol and took booze and took guns and took gifts to sell us and get rid of us. So fuck you. No, you don't get a motherfucking thing. You can kiss my ass. Now, if you want us to help stand with you, with your oppressors, you know, because right now, what I don't understand with Africa, what they doing right now, they getting rid of the European people, but then they bringing all these damn Chinese people in. So you're gonna go from one oppressor to another? That's dumb than a motherfucker. That's dumb as fuck to go from one oppressor to another. That makes absolutely no goddamn sense, family. That's dumb as hell. And I can't support Africa like that when y'all sitting up here making half slanted eye motherfucking babies now. The fuck out of here. The fuck out of here with that. Can't get with that. You know, now we all know that Chinese people, just like they're buying up everything in America, guess what they're doing in Africa? They're buying up all the land. They're buying up everything, and it's so quiet. You don't hear a thing. It's they just do it so quietly. But here's the thing about Chinese people. They're over in Africa doing the same thing a lot of the European people are doing. Discriminating against African people in their own damn land. They have Chinese restaurants in Africa that at a certain time, the Chinese population don't want to be bombarded with the African people. So they will close that restaurant up only for their people. And African people cannot come to these Chinese restaurants at a certain time because the Chinese people don't like that. They don't feel comfortable with the African people. They're in their land, but they don't feel comfortable with the African people coming to the Chinese restaurant in Africa. That family, I don't understand that way of thinking for nothing in this world. I don't understand that way of thinking. You know, how African people can go from one oppressor and dealing with this type of oppression for 500 years, where they got these white people on their stole their land, you know, and then and then now you wake up and say, okay, we got to get rid of these motherfuckers by any means necessary. And you guys are finally getting a backbone and standing up to these motherfuckers and getting rid of these motherfuckers. I'm like, wow, yeah, do it. Get rid of these motherfuckers. Get rid of them. Then they turn right around and let all these Chinese people in Africa. Family, for the life of me, I don't understand that. You cannot make me fucking understand that. That's dumb than a motherfucker to me. While you will go from one oppressor to the other like that. That's dumb. So no, I'm not quick to want to go run to Africa and go get a dual citizenship. Do I want to visit Africa? Do I want to, meet some of my tribes, people, people that, that I come from? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because I'd much rather go to Africa than to go to Italy or some European fucking country. I don't understand why black people be so quick to want to just jump and be like, oh, I'm going to London. The fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of black people that I talk to that go and visit a lot of these white European countries, they say these motherfuckers are racist than a motherfucker. It's just ridiculous how the racism. I don't understand why anybody would want to spend all that money to be mistreated when you can just stay right at home in America and be mistreated. Just saying, you can just stay right over here at home to be disrespected by the police and by other groups of people who don't like black people. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is just stay home for that. You ain't gotta go off and spend tons of thousands of dollars to go visit a country where you need to be mistreated. If you want to go visit a beautiful country, go to Africa. Go visit black places in black countries. And it just kind of reminds me of Ethiopia. They even are with this scam type shit, trying to get African American people to come out there to spend their money, you know. But then when you get there, you get treated like crap. Because Ethiopian people don't like black people like that either. They're very disrespectful towards black people too. You know, Ethiopian people are not all that. You know, much love and much respect to Nipsey Hussle, but let's be honest, he didn't really like black women like that or black people. You know, I mean, we can argue if he liked black people or if he was really into black people. I say that he was because, you know, he was building up in our community and he was hiring black people. You know, he was doing things for black people, you know, and for his own people, of course. But, you know, I mean, he was doing shit for us, you know what I mean? But we all know he didn't like black women. I mean, look at the women he was having babies with. You know what I'm saying? You know, we all know that he, I mean, and but that's a whole nother story and a whole nother topic. I'm not trying to, you know, to down the man. You know, he just lost his life. I'm not trying to talk bad about the man. I respect him. I respect him because he was doing positive things, a lot of things that black people should be doing. A lot of the things that Nipsey Hussle was doing are things that we as black people should be doing for our communities. So much respect to him. And I hope that he helped pave the way, you know, for us black people to be able to take the initiative to be able to do these things and not to take away from the black people that are already doing these things. These are unspoken people, people that we don't even know anything about that are doing these type of things that, you know, they're just doing it on the low. You know, they don't want a lot of people knowing what the fuck they doing, but they are doing it. So it's not like it's not happening, but we need more of it, family. And we need more, not only more black people doing positive things for black people, but we need the support. You know, if you can't go out there and build and be a Nipsey Hussle, if you can't do that, then you do know how to support though. You do know how to give $5, $10, a $20 here. You do know how to be encouraging. You do know how to say thank you for your support and just give encouragement. If anything, if you can do that, if anything, you can be supportive. You can help your community just with love and support alone by giving a positive message, by giving a shout out to people that are helping the community, by giving that $5 here and there for people that are speaking on black issues and, you know, for the black community, you know, by checking out, you know, their websites and their channels and subscribing to them, and or if they're having, you know, some kind of meeting, or if they're having, you know, a get together or something where they are, you know, advocating black unity, we need to support these things. If you can't be a Nipsey Hussle, you can be a supporter. You can say, you know what, I'm going to support. It's very important. You just don't understand, family, how I need you. I need your support as a black man. I can't do it without you. And the same thing applies to you. You can't do it without me. You can't do it without our people supporting and helping. We have to get to a place where we just start supporting and helping, especially when we are doing something positive and loving to help our community and our people. We have to get to a place where we start at least saying, you know what, let's be supportive. Let's do this. But I need you guys to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, family. It's very important that you guys do that. I love you. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for all my subscribers that have already subscribed to me, and for my future subscribers. And I want to give a shout out again to I Think Black Diplomat. I love you, brother. Thank you for being supportive to me. And to Emmanuel Berend, thank you so much. I check you out as well, and I also want to thank you for, you know, all your comments that you give me, for your support. Thank you for subscribing to me and being a ride or die, brother. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you, Emmanuel Berend. Thank you for your support, and I am subscribed to you as well, and I support you as well. We as black people, we have to do that for one another. We have to do that. So thank you, Emmanuel Berend, for you know, your support as well. And to all, I love you, family, and make sure y'all stay up, and I will see you on the next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace out, family.